Welcome to your news and features electronic magazine that centers on the different facets of motoring, now in its 34th year. This is Motoring Today. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the completion of CALAC subsections under COVID-19 quarantine restrictions. A road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper way of crossing the street between parked vehicles. This week's Spying Choper shall be about the no smoking policy in PUVs. The public service segment centers on Colorum vehicle operations and services being offered online. Showcase this week shall have the midsize crossover from Mazda, the CX-8 AWD exclusive.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. All has been quiet in the Private Motor Vehicle Inspection Center, or PMVIC front, following the tempestuous and controversial rollout that led to forced lowering of fees and LTO not making it mandatory. For now. But more PMVICs are being certified and approved for operation.
3 new private motor vehicle inspection centers have started operating. 2 more are expected to open in the first 2 weeks of April. This was announced by the Vehicle Inspection Center Operators Association of the Philippines, or VICOAP, in a press statement. VICOAP identified the 5 new PMVICs and where they are located. NVIC Bacolod, operated by CIMATEC, located in Bredco Port in Bacolod City. Check Motor Vehicle Inspection Center in Lubao, Pampanga. Tagbilaran Vehicle Inspection Center in Tagbilaran City, Bohol. Blue Circle Motor Vehicle Inspection Center in Iligan City, and Santa Clara in Maykawayan, Bulacan. PMVICs are government-authorized facilities that conduct roadworthiness and emission compliance tests on motor vehicles prior to registration. They should have been made mandatory for all vehicles subject to registration with the LTO. But after mounting protests against high testing fee and questions regarding the testing process, the President intervened and ordered the lowering of fees to match those of private emission testing tenders, or PETCs, and to make them optional until further notice. Motor vehicle owners now still have the option of having emission tests conducted by BETCs and roadworthiness tests by LTO evaluators. In announcing the addition of 5 new PMVICs to its ranks, the VICOAP said the new members spread through the regions made it more convenient, comfortable, and accessible for vehicle owners to make sure that their vehicles are in top condition prior to registration. The VICOAP also pointed out that the PMVIC inspection uses technology-driven and automated processes that ensure the accuracy, reliability, and validity of roadworthiness evaluation for the same fee as that of PETCs. The Vico app also pointed out that PMVIC inspection uses technology-driven and automated processes that ensure the accuracy, reliability, and validity of roadworthiness evaluation for the same fee as that of PETCs. The Vico app added that because much of the testing at PMVICs is automated and transparent, owners are assured of objective testing to ensure their vehicles are roadworthy.
There's a sense that PMVICs are the future of roadworthiness testing. PETCs are in the process of being phased out. How much the PMVICs will be allowed to charge in the future will for sure be the next bone of contention. Amid the rise of COVID-19 cases in Metro Manila and neighboring provinces, the DOTR is initiating new and enhanced programs to ensure safer public transportation. It also is going after illegal transport providers skirting quarantine protocols.
When the IATF put Metro Manila and provinces bordering the metropolis, the so-called NCR Plus area, under stricter quarantine restrictions, the DOTR implemented various initiatives to ensure public transportation is available for health frontliners and other essential workers. The Free Ride for Health Workers program was expanded to include free ride for authorized persons outside residence in the NCR Plus. To ensure success of this program, DOTR Secretary Arthur Tagade ordered an increase in the per-kilometer fees of public transport operators involved in the Free Rides program. Secretary Tagade also encouraged more drivers to participate in the PUV service contracting program to benefit from incentives meant to allow them to make up for lost revenues from reduced capacity enforced by the IATF. At the same time, he ordered the LTO to undertake stricter measures to catch colorum transport operators, as well as buses and jeepneys not complying with health protocols and capacity restrictions. Meanwhile, the Interagency Council on Traffic deployed enforcers to check on EDSA carousel bus operations, as well as the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange as part of the intensified operations against violators of health and safety protocols in public transportation.
The DOTR needs to throw the book at violators of health and safety measures among public utility vehicle operators to discourage others from committing the same violations. Hundreds of railway and rail transit personnel tested positive for COVID-19. This forced a reduction in operations.
When Transportation Secretary Arthur Tagade ordered mass COVID-19 testing to be conducted among personnel of light rail transit operators in the Philippine National Railways, hundreds tested positive. According to the DOTR, after the initial swab tests were undertaken, 130 tested positive among the first 860 MRT3 personnel who underwent testing. At the Philippine National Railways, 131 tested positive among the 1,013 who got swabbed. It was the same at the LRT1 with 117 testing positive and at the LRT2 with 143 testing positive. This resulted in the railways to limit operations. The MRT3 said it cut the number of trains in operation to just 14 trains. The LRT1 was reduced to operating just 17 trains. The LRT2 operated 5 trains only. The PNR suspended operations a number of days. To help commuters affected by fewer trains in operation, the DOTR increased the number of augmenting buses running on the EDSA Carousel route. The DOTR said displaced passengers of the LRT2 were accommodated by bus routes 9 and 10, while affected passengers of the LRT1 were served by bus routes on Route 17. The DOTR has been providing free transport to health workers and medical frontliners under its DOTR's Free Ride program that operates 20 bus routes across the greater Metro Manila area.
The DOTR is being quite transparent about how much COVID-19 has affected operations of the rail sector. Also, to its credit, it has also been quick to help mitigate effects on commuters. To meet the expected increase in demand for public transport as restrictions are eased, the LTFRB is opening more routes for roadworthy traditional public utility jeepneys in Metro Manila as well as for provincial buses.
The LTFRB has announced that it was operating 16 new routes for traditional public utility vehicles, or TPUJs, in Metro Manila. It also said it was opening 190 routes for provincial public utility buses, or PUBs. The LTFRB said this was in line with its route rationalization plan, as well as the directive of DOTR Secretary Arthur Tagade to provide more transport options for commuters while still under community quarantine restrictions. Secretary Tagade earlier said more legitimate transport options should help put a stop to the operation of colorum vehicles, which are seen as helping the spread of the COVID-19 contagion. The LTFRB said it expects 1,800 TPUJs to service the 60 new routes in Metro Manila, while 2,600 provincial buses are expected to serve the new going into and out of Manila. However, the additional PUBs entering Metro Manila are still subject to the approval and requirements of the concerned local government units, the LTFRB said. According to the LTFRB, 76% of the PUBs operating in Metro Manila before the pandemic shutdown has been allowed to resume operations under general community quarantine conditions.
It is expected that the traditional jeepneys allowed back on the new routes will be operating under limited capacity. Still, any additional capacity will surely help commuters. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The DPWH continues to push completion of tollway and tollway extension projects even under COVID-19 quarantine restrictions, like the CALAC subsections. The reasons why and specifics of the project will be discussed in this edition of Motoring Forum.
Travel restrictions prompted by the COVID-19 pandemic will slowly but surely be lifted. With that in mind, the DPWH is working with the private sector to complete road infrastructure projects that will help accelerate economic progress in many provinces. One of such projects is the Cavite-Laguna Expressway, or CALAX, being undertaken by MP Cala Holdings Incorporated, a subsidiary of the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation. The CALAX project spans 45 kilometers with 8 interchanges beginning in Kawit, Governor's Drive, Open Canal, Silang Highway, Silang East, Santa Rosa Tagaytay, Laguna Boulevard, and Laguna Techno Park. When fully completed, the CALAX is seen to accelerate economic progress in Laguna and Cavite by providing easier and faster access for motorists and traders from both provinces. Already completed and operational are segments linking Santa Rosa to the Mamplasan interchange of the South Luzon Expressway and are currently servicing about 10,000 vehicles daily. After a recent inspection, the DPWH reports that the Segment 5 of the CALAX is 83% complete and remains on target to be open to motorists by the third quarter of 2021. Subsection 5 covers the 7.2-kilometer link from Santa Rosa Tagaytay Interchange to Silang East Interchange. Work still being conducted includes bridge deck and pavement construction, drainage works, road furniture, and sound barriers and structures for the Silang Interchange. Completion of Segment 5 is seen vital as it is expected to serve almost 5,000 vehicles a day and ease traffic along Governor's Drive, Aguinaldo Highway, and the Santa Rosa Tagaytay Road once open to motorists. However, the DPWH continues to be challenged by right-of-way issues but vows to work hard to solve the problem without losing time. Still, MP Cala President and General Manager Roberto Bontilla remains optimistic that right-of-way problems will be solved while also vowing to work double time to ensure Segment 5 is completed on schedule. Work is also being fast-tracked to complete the segment of the CALAX that will connect the Manila-Cavite Expressway or Cavitex from Kawit Interchange in Cavite to the Greenfield or Mamplasan Interchange in Bengan, Laguna. At the same time, MP Cala stressed that it strictly follows DPWH and COVID-19 Interagency Task Force health protocols to ensure the protection of its workers from the virus.
Tollway developers and operators are benefiting from the administration's bias for infrastructure projects that involve the private sector without much government spending. On the face of things, motorists and the economy also stand to benefit from this. That's your Motoring Forum this week, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today. And in line with our lifelong commitment to promote road safety, here is this week's road safety tip in cooperation with Toyota Motor Philippines.
If you're going to cross a street between parked vehicles, it's always better and safer kung titingin ka muna sa kaliwa at kanan bago tuluyang tumawid. Minsan ay nakaharang sa paningin ang mga nakapara at maaari kang masagasaan ng paparating na sasakyan kung basta-basta ka lang tatawid. Always ensure your safety first before taking any action while on the road.
Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. From Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, here is Payong Chuper this week.
Payong chopper lang kaibigan, ako po si Hares. Isa po ang kapwa ninyo chopper. Baka di nyo alam, ang paninigarilyo ay matagal nang ipinagbabawal sa mga pampublikong sasakyan.
Respeto na lang po sa ating mga pasahero, lalo na sa mga di naninigarilyo na kasakay mo. Kung ang mga pasahero ay di pwedeng manigarilyo, lalo na sigurong bawal manigarilyo ang nagmamaneho. Ang usok na dulot ng sigarilyo ay perwisyo sa taong nakakalanghap nito. Kapag naninigarilyo ang driver, wala ang atensyon niya sa pagmamaneho. Baka di mo namamalayan, wala na din pala sa direksyon ng pagmamaneho.
Kaya sundin ang batas na ito para makaiwas makaperwisyo. Ito po si Haris Morales, Payong Chopper lang kaibigan. Mula sa isang kapwa niyo chopper.
Your city is about to change. Are you ready? Ready to rise? Ready to rock? Ready to go? Ready for more? Ready to rule the city. The all-new Honda City. Ready to rule.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Let's now take a look at what's happening in the local auto industry.
The Volkswagen T-Cross is making waves globally in markets served by VW's global manufacturing hubs in Brazil, China, and Germany. Volkswagen Philippines is hoping the subcompact SUV will make more than a ripple in the local market and is working hard to make subcompact SUV buyers wait for its arrival in local shores. VW has been steadily ramping up expectations for its arrival with bits of information about the T-Cross. The latest press release touts the awards and recognitions the T-Cross has garnered from various designs and safety institutions all over the world. These include 5-star safety ratings from the European New Car Assessment Program or NCAP, the Latin NCAP, and the Australian NCAP. The T-Cross was also named the following: Best Compact SUV at Business Car Awards 2019 in United Kingdom, Compact SUV of the Year at the 2020 Continental Tires Irish Car of the Year in Ireland, Best Exterior Volume Brand at the Frankfurt Motor Show 2019 in Germany, Compact SUV of the Year by UOL Carros 2019 and L'Auto Preferita in Brazil, and Compact Family Car category winner in the 5th Annual Cars.co.za Consumer Awards in South Africa. Manufactured in Brazil, China, and Germany, the T-Cross is now being distributed in 55 countries. Around 202,000 units of the T-Cross was sold globally in 2019. Global sales rose to 296,000 in 2020, even though the COVID-19 pandemic shut down economies of the countries around the world. Geely is looking to strengthen its online marketing platform at a time when signs point to community quarantine restrictions cycling from easy to restrictive with the rise and fall of COVID-19 cases. Sojitz Auto Philippines, or SGAP, has opened virtual showroom portals for SGAP-owned dealerships beginning with the Geely North EDSA in Geely Makati. According to SGAP President and CEO Takayama, in opening virtual showrooms, Geely is following the growing worldwide trend for online shopping, which now includes passenger vehicles. He added that the auto industry must adapt further to the new normal, and opening virtual showrooms is one way to continue serving valued customers without putting their safety at risk. Customers may now shop for Geely vehicles from the comfort of their own homes, he said. At the virtual showrooms, Geely customers can take a peek at all Geely models' exterior and interior features with price and specifications, book for a service appointment, apply for car insurance, chat with an online sales agent, and make an online transaction for car purchases. The online links for Geely virtual showrooms are makati.geelyph.com and northedsa.geelyph.com. SGAB said more Geely dealer websites will be launched in the coming months. Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation has extended its hot promo deals for the Mirage, Mirage G4, Expander, Montero, and Strada. Mitsubishi is also offering a new low down payment scheme for the Mitsubishi L300. The Mirage or Mirage G4 can be acquired with as low as 28,000 pesos all-in down payment. This mini passenger car is powered by an efficient 1.2-liter 12-valve MIVEC engine and can average 23.1 kilometers per liter. The 7-seater Mitsubishi Expander is made more affordable for growing families with a low down payment of 58,000 pesos. Those looking for a workhorse pickup that is comfortable on both paved and unpaved roads can drive the Strada home with a low down payment of 128,000 pesos. Those looking for a 7-seater SUV with luxurious interiors, a power engine, and advanced safety and convenience features can drive the Montero Sport home with a low down payment of 168,000 pesos. The venerable Mitsubishi L300 can be acquired for as low as 88,000 pesos low down payment. Honda Cars Philippines is making ownership of many of its vehicle lineup easier this April with the Deals Made Easy promo. Until the end of the month, buyers can get cash discounts for the City, BRV, Brio, Civic, CRV, Jazz, HRV, Odyssey, and Civic Type R. The biggest is the 180,000 peso discount for the 2019 year model of the Civic Type R 2.0 L Turbo Manual. Honda is also offering all-in or low down payment schemes for the City, BRV, Brio, Civic, CRV, Jazz, and HRV. Especially attractive is the all-in down payment offer for the 2021 year model 7-seater CRV S diesel 9-speed automatic. The Honda upgrade program has also been upgraded this April. Those who buy any variant of the City, BRV, Civic, CRV, and HRV can benefit from an additional 5,000 cash discount on top of other cash promos offered. All Honda buyers this month will get a free Petron Honda Value Card that can earn them an additional 100 peso bonus point for every accumulated 140 liters of gasoline or 200 liters of diesel accumulated purchased in a month. Other benefits of the Petron Value Card include free towing and roadside assistance and year-round personal accident insurance. Honda also said that the partner banks are also offering low down payment schemes of up to 10 to 25% with 36 to 60 month terms. Banks are also offering freebies that include free chattel mortgage, free LTO registration, and free insurance.
Motoring Today now brings you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Mazda is working to maintain a reputation as a maker of premium vehicles that is also a joy to drive. One prime example of its products may be the CX-8 all-wheel drive exclusive, a mid-size 6-seater crossover which is the feature of this edition of Showcase.
Mazda has been coming out with svelte, elegant crossovers with luxurious interiors and state-of-the-art amenities, and like most Mazdas, all fun to drive. Among the latest is the CX-8, a mid-size crossover that the Japanese carmaker likes to describe as a luxury 3-row crossover. The Mazda CX-8 comes in both 6 and 7-seater variants. The 6-seater is the Mazda CX-8 AWD exclusive. It's 4,900mm long, 1,840mm wide, and 1,730mm tall. But more importantly, it has a 2,930 long wheelbase which helps provide great room for passengers in the cabin. It also has a 185mm ground clearance which translates to a higher driver's vantage point. The CX-8 has got the smart, dynamic, elegant look that Mazda seems to have perfected in its crossovers. It's all along smooth and classy from the side. The rear is both stately and sporty at the same time, aided in part by the dual-type exhaust tailpipe. The design of the 19-inch alloy wheels and the 225/55 R19 tires also help in this. Notable exterior features provide functionality and convenience. These include the adaptive LED headlamps, rain-sensing wipers, power adjust and power fold side mirrors, and the power liftgate. Smart and elegant are carried over into the interior, emphasized by the Nappa leather for seats, leather-wrapped shift knob, real wood trim, satin chrome accents. The steering wheel is also wrapped in leather, tilts and telescopes, and comes with control switches for the audio system and Bluetooth. The seats feel like they hug you in place. The driver's seat power adjusts 10 ways and come with memory. The front passenger seat power adjusts 6 ways. The second row passengers enjoy a center console with cup holders and 2 USB ports. The third row gets 50/50 foldable seats with cup holders. The CX-8 AWD Executive comes with cool techie stuff like the active driving display projected onto the front windshield. No need for driver to look down to get vital info on what the crossover is doing. A triple-zone automatic climate control keeps things comfy and cool all throughout the cabin. Power windows with one-touch up and down controls are available for all 4 doors. Centered atop the dashboard is the large display for the audio and infotainment system that features the Mazda Connect with Commander Control that now features smartphone mirroring. Driver, even passengers can connect their smartphones seamlessly to the system, which allow these to be controlled by the command control knob. The system plays DVD and can connect via 2 USB ports or Bluetooth. Audiophiles will love that it comes with a 10-speaker Bose sound system. A smart keyless entry system provides both convenience and security. Mazda promises smooth power in drive on board the CX-8 AWD Exclusive, which is powered by a 2,488cc inline-4 DOHC gasoline engine, generating 190 PS at 6,000 RPM and 252 Nm of torque at 4,000 RPM. With Skyactiv 6-speed automatic transmission with Sport Mode and iActive all-wheel drive, the CX-8 AWD Exclusive can feel calm and composed in various road conditions and nimble and eager when pushed. The iActive AWD engages the rear wheels to offer additional traction when and where needed. Mazda describes the CX-8 chassis and suspension, which uses from McPherson struts and rear multi-link system, as having been engineered to be compliant. One gets to understand what Mazda meant by compliant while driving the CX-8, which has among one of the quietest cabins while rolling on urban streets and expressways, and which absorbs road imperfections well without complaint, reaching driver and passengers. The CX-8 brake system uses discs on all 4 wheels, ventilated in front, solid in the rear. It comes too with electric parking brakes with auto brake hold. But there's more to how the CX-8 keeps driver and passenger safe on the drive and make it a breeze to drive. The CX-8 AWD Exclusive is equipped with iActive Sense. It's a suite of active safety tech that includes lane departure warning with lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert, cruise control with radar, smart city brake support, and driver attention alert. Also standard equipment in the CX-8 are 6 airbags, anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, child lock protection, front and rear parking sensors, and 360-degree view camera system.
The CX-8 all-wheel drive Exclusive strengthens Mazda's reputation as a maker of premium crossover that makes driving enjoyable. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
We now have our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
A few months back, we have reported about LTO or Land Transportation Office services being offered online and has since confirmed with the agency's chief himself that this is illegal and illegitimate. Such service being offered is the acquiring of driver's license, both professional and non-professional. Now, the Transport Department and its attached agencies are facing another problem: colorum vehicle services being offered online as well in the middle of the pandemic. This was discovered through social media after the video has become viral and has been tagged as COVID-19 smuggling. This is outright dangerous considering that we are in a health crisis and the number of COVID-19 cases are increasing.
Bakit kailangan nila gawin yan? Hindi ba nila alam na kinukompromiso at linalagay nila sa alanganin ang kalusugan at kabuhayan ng mga tao sa kapaligiran at sambayanan? These things must be tolerated. Let's move, strong on this. Paghuhuliin natin yung mga yan. Tawagin natin yung LTO, TFRB, yung IAC, yung Highway Patrol, yung LGU, yung PNP, yung kapulisan. Dapat itigil ito.
Following the directive of Secretary Arthur Tugade, the transport agencies have been conducting intensified operations against this illegal activity, as well as on the violations of health protocols.
Pinadalhan ito ng show cause order at pinagre-report sila para panagutan yung alleged paglabag nila doon sa mga rules and regulation, traffic laws, doon sa ginawa ng pag-transport ng mga tao na hindi naman dapat. May mga nakaambang nakaambang fines and penalties kung eventually mapapatunayan na mayroon silang paglabag. But even before the completion of the investigation, meron naman kaming kaukulang authority na mag-suspend. Kaya nagpataw kami initially ng 90-day preventive suspension. Although hindi namin physically na-impound yung sasakyan, parang technical impoundment na rin ang nangyayari kasi pinasurrender namin yung plaka nung nasabing sasakyan.
Halos araw-araw po mag-operate kami ng anti-colorum operation and enforce po yung tinatawag nating 7th commandment ng Basic Healthy Protocol on the public transport.
It's good to know that our transport agencies are doing their part in eliminating colorum vehicles on the road. But it's also important to note that these operations should continue and be on a regular basis.
And that's our public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. And should you yourself encounter motoring problems that need immediate attention, please feel free to contact us. See the details being flashed on your screen. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 34th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. Stay healthy and be vigilant at all times. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And my name is Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!